Hi, it's Claire, your intuitive reader. Am I reading your story? Let's find out. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you stay for the story. If you're returning, you know how I do things and you will stay because you like it. And welcome back. I appreciate you guys so much. I'm so glad you're here and I'm excited to get into this. So let's do it. What I'm getting from this is that it is time for you to remember your origins, your destiny. You are not alone. In order for you to connect with the people that you have always been connected to, timeline after timeline, universe after universe, dimension after dimension, you've got to remember that you went through a portal. And when you went through this portal, you forgot everything. You forgot everything because you're on a journey. You agreed to come back. You agreed to be on this journey. You agreed to go through all the life lessons that you've gone through. And now you're having to realize that you just have to remember. You have to remember the plan. You've got to remember where you came from. It's not easy because, like, we are told, like, that makes us crazy. That makes us this. That makes us that. But knowing that you're part of something bigger, I mean, how do you know some of the stuff that you know? How do you have these abilities? How do you have these special ways of knowing? How do you do all those things? How you just know it? Like, how do you just know it? Oh, my light just went back. How do you know it? How do you know these things? And, that's like the light going out. Like, do you have to have proof to know something? How did prophets of the past or people that, are great scientists or great artists, how did they just know? How do we all seem to know the same songs or have these abilities? Because there's something that we have within us. We have blueprints. We have special plans. We have things written. And we're now starting to remember. It's exciting. It is exciting. You are an ancient soul. I'm getting a lot of downloads about this. You guys are the golden children, the chosen ones, Starseeds, the 144,000, Atlanteans, let's see, Lyrians, Starseeds, oh, there's just so many. I'm forgetting the main one. I can't find my deck. Where is it? Anyway, so whatever name you want to come up with it, whatever origin place you want, a different planet, Atlantis, under the water, in Mount Shasta. It doesn't really matter where you're coming from. The fact is, you guys are ancient. Time is not linear. You've been here over and over and over again, all at the same time. Everything's happening at once. Everything's happening on top of each other. Just because we can't perceive different dimensions doesn't mean they're not here. Like, if we have to prove everything, then how can we believe in the divine? How can we believe in God? Because we can't see God. We can just see signs and synchronicities. We just have a deep knowing that God is there and that we are on God's path. So really remembering that. You've forgotten your origins when you went through that portal. Yeah, I think I already said that. So, I guess I have to keep repeating it because people don't want to believe that. But you're going to be alone because you don't resonate with everyone. Think about the things that you can do. Maybe you're clairaudient. That means being able to hear things that others can't. Clairsentient. I can smell things. All of a sudden I will smell things. They're not there. I mean, it's strong though. I've heard music that is not there. So powerful that the music was that I could literally feel it like I was next to a subwoofer and nothing there. Clearly heard words, so it wasn't like an auditory hallucination. I've gone to the doctor, gotten checked out. Nothing's wrong with me physically. Nothing's wrong with me psychologically. My brain is clear. Everything's clear. So where are these things coming from? Animals can perceive things like that. And they're not crazy. They're seen as, having extra sensory perceptions. They're just different. Think about how a bat sees. Think about how a dolphin has an area of its brain that is far more, like it has extra areas of its brain that can communicate through sound vibrations. What if some of us are like that? Why not? Why can't we do that? Because we tell ourselves over and over, you can't do that. So then you got the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. And this is saying that your Wheel of Fortune, your fortune will change the way you see things, because I like this, like you are not alone. It will move, and you will run across the people that you actually know deep down inside yourself. I mean, there have been those people that you've met and you're like, how do I know this person? But you just know them. It's because you're starting to remember. You've gone internal like the Hermit. You've gone behind. My light keeps on moving. Please stop that light. You keep going behind the curtain, and God, that was very distracting. So maybe somebody's trying to make you be quiet. Maybe somebody's trying to turn the light out of shining on you because you're saying things. You're saying, oh, I just know this, or I hear this, or I see this, or I feel this, or I can actually make things move, or, and they're like, you're crazy. And it's just like, they're trying to make you be quiet. They're trying to take the focus off of you, get you to go behind the curtain. See, you don't need to be, because these are the Wizard of Oz deck. You don't need to be the wizard behind the curtain. You are the wizard all by yourself. So coming out into the light, you've done the introspection. Your light is true. You are a chosen one. And the sooner you believe it, the sooner you take up your role in this world as who you truly are, the sooner you'll find your soul tribe. You will find people that just resonate with you, because you know what resonates with you. You have to admit to yourself that you're not crazy. Like, I think people are so afraid of being crazy these days that they ignore what's right in front of them. You know when you're about to get in an accident. I bet you do. You know when someone isn't good for you. Or maybe you shouldn't go out and go to this area. Or maybe you shouldn't do this activity. You just know. I know this collective. I know that you guys are discounting yourself. You're someone who, wants to be rational. And sometimes the things we know aren't rational. I mean, we wouldn't look at a dog and go, oh, that dog is like got its hackles up, its hair standing on end, and its tail's at attention and it's growling. We wouldn't go, hey dog, no, you're wrong. And then there's like some trouble coming. We would be alerted that dog is warning us, is sending out a warning. So you get warnings, and I want you to remember that if you ignore your warnings, you're going to stay alone. You're going to stay in the cycle of the Wheel of Fortune, not turning in a way that's going to be for your best and highest good. It's hard to connect if someone else speaks the way you do, if someone else connects through telepathy, if someone else connects through energy, or whatever they connect with, then if you're denying that you can communicate in that language, you're not going to have anybody around you. So yeah, okay. So you got the Three of Bricks, which is the Three of Pentacles. This is about working on this. We've all been there. We start working on this plan with others, and we're like, oh yeah, we're connecting, we're creating a community. And then we get that doubt within ourselves. Oh man, I sound crazy. Oh man, am I really hearing things? Maybe something's wrong with my head. And hey, I'm not a doctor. So if you are literally hearing things that aren't there, or if you're actually feeling like you're being persecuted, or it's something like schizophrenia or something, or you're having a psychotic break, or you're taking a medication that's affecting you, I'm not a doctor. So please get checked out. If you are really wondering whether you are crazy, then please, because you're not crazy, you just might need some help. But if you are in a place where you are, you're clear. This isn't, I'm not delusional. I'm not, but it's uncomfortable. Keep working on that. You will find a community. And there's a lot about not being alone and finding your soul community in this reading. And you're going to have to find the strength. There goes the light again. Forget it. You're going to have the strength to sit in your authority. Being who you are, being a chosen one, being on God's path, being on the divine's path is not an easy one. We all know the stories. I'm not saying you're Jesus, but I'm saying look at all the prophets. Look at all the people that spoke out and said, actually, this is the word of God. Actually, I can see the path forward. They were unalived. They were persecuted. This is not an easy path. But once you understand who you are and you have the strength to stand in that authority, you will find those that are also on this path. And you will realize that you are not alone, that you are a golden child, that you went through this portal and now you're remembering. And sometimes remembering can be very painful because it will destroy the very structure, the foundation of your 3D life. But is it really going that great? And oh my gosh, this is now, like, let's see if I got any more, but there are four arches. This portal is very prominent. So whatever you're working on has to do with this. It has to do with going through that portal and now remembering. Ow. Sorry, I hit my elbow. So let's see what else we've got. That is really cool. That we got 4 arches, like 4 portals. This is, yeah, and oh, number 4 in the tarot is the 4 of Wands, is the structure, the foundation. So your foundation is in a past that you have forgotten. It is in an ancient past you've forgotten. You've been going around and around and around and going, no, that's not quite right. No, that's not quite right. Oh, this is great. So you got the 10 of bricks, which is the 10 of pentacles. And this is about having that foundation. This is generational prosperity. This is setting you by building this structure, by going back and going, I am going to really believe that I went through this portal, that I am one of the chosen, that I am, and chosen just means that you literally will take up that place. You were born and you felt a call. And not everybody does. A lot of people are just about the pentacles. A lot of people are just about these gold bricks. But that has never been enough for you. And it's made you feel lonely. It's made you feel like you're all alone by yourself. Like these golden children came into the world separate. They had to find each other. They had to start remembering where they came from, what lost lands they came from, their soul memories, their gifts. You've done this before. You've done this before, and once you realize that you are surrounded by love, by Gaia, the mother, that eternal love. Mothers are nurturing, but they're tough too. You got to push your little birds out of the nest. That's not cruelty. They will actually not be able to grow if you don't. So you're out there, and then birth as a portal. Yes, the portal was when you were born, and now you're rebuilding. You're rebuilding and making a community. This is about making a community, making a connection with all these this physical connection with all these different starseeds. You were isolated and you're no longer isolated. You're building this. And I think that's why I'm here. I'm trying to build and connect with those of you that are, going through that. Where am I from? I don't feel like I belong here. You do. You belong here. Actually, we were sent here because the dark is like predators. And they've come into the world of light, and they have tried to make us run and be scared. And we were sent back here to really understand what the physical human experience was like, and how to bring light in the midst of this darkness that has encroached upon us. So with the Two of Bricks, keep balanced. Make sure that you're focusing on what is balanced, what is infinite, what is long-standing. It's not just about what's right now. It's about the infinite. This is ever going. This is a cycle of infinity going back, whoever knows how long. Like, we could have started off as an amoebas or on different planets. So yeah. So let's see. Let's see what else we get. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Two of Bricks, because I understand the 10 of Bricks, but I want to make sure that I'm getting all the information on the Two of Bricks. And I hope you guys are doing great. You are welcome here. You are part of this community. You are part of this collective. And I love you guys so much. It is not an easy role. It is not an easy path. Those of you who have watched my journey on here, I've shared some information. I've forgotten a lot, because every time I would try to shine my light, I would be severely punished for it. And so I learned to compartmentalize and only show people, you know, a limited amount of light. And that made me feel very lost and alone. Okay, so we have the Devil and the Tower. I love this. So a lot of people say what we're doing is the work of the devil. And they tie and they try to attach constraints. So the more you think what you're doing is bad by living in the light, by seeing things that aren't there to everyone else. Like, I mean, if everybody was blind and you could see, they wouldn't, you know, like, would they really go around saying you're evil, you're the devil? I mean, that's kind of crazy. My thinking is that's pretty crazy to just deny that things exist just because you can't see them. Like, are you God? No, you're not God. So like, don't say that they don't exist and it just because you can't see them. And you guys aren't doing that. You're being constrained by these people's judgments. And you're moving away from that. You're going, oh, I realize that I don't have to. And like, here's the Emerald Palace from Oz in the background here, and you're chained to it, but you're not really. So you're letting that burn, those ideas that that judgment is limiting. The more you limit children, the less they're creative. The more you limit children, the less they feel able to do things. Now, we are God's children. We are children of the divine. We are children of the universe. So the more that our society tries to limit us, the less we are able to move forward and live our true best lives and connect with each other. We're so afraid of telling other people that we see and hear things and perceive things and do things that others say are impossible. They're work of the devil. We're so worried about being judged that we limit ourselves. And so this message is, it is time for you to remember your path, your destiny, and let the tower burn. This structure no longer, it's keeping you limited, and you don't need it. You don't, not at all. 1910 on the timer. So let's see. I'm going to get a place card because I've been enjoying doing this. It's very interesting what comes out. So let's see. Let us see. Okay, we got two. Art exhibition and elevator. And it's a glass elevator. And I love that. So perfect. Okay, so the glass elevator to me is very significant because you're moving up and you can see all over the place. You can look around. It's endless. It's also a reference to the Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, or the whatever it's called. It's, you know, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I'm all about starting a candy store. That's my dream. And going, that elevator was glass, and it could go in all different directions. It could go into the atmosphere. It could go anywhere. It could go down into the ground. It could go sideways, left, right. It was endless, and you could see and go different places. So this is an expansive message. This is like, there are no limits. There are no limits to which way you can go. The only thing that's limiting you is the constraints you're letting there be. And art, and this is about being creative. Let your truth show. The world needs you. The universe needs you. Your community needs you. And they can't find you if you're limiting yourself. If you're staying stuck, if you won't get in this elevator because you're afraid, if you're afraid to be judged, if you won't let the tower fall. Like, I see this elevator going whoop right out the top of this burning Emerald City, this tower, and just going anywhere you can imagine. I hope you guys follow this. I hope you guys, let your true selves come through. And I love you guys so much. And if you liked this, please share, comment. I cannot think of the other ones. Turn on a little notification, and most importantly, come back. I love you guys so much, and I can't wait to see you. So I'll see you next time. Bye.